Oh shit, we don't have a theme song.
Oh shit, you're right. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Like, do we have time to buy something?
No, we just have to riff.
We're gonna just riff it.
Oh shit, it's the Nostalgic Front, a podcast from Patrick and Ream. We like movies, TV, and games, junk food, juice boxes, forgotten things.
Oh wow, that was adequate.
Yeah, that was like pretty good.
Yeah, are we just gonna use it for every episode?
I think we should. I think we have to.
Thank you for listening to the Nostalgic Front. I'm Patrick Hasty.
And I am Brandon Ream.
How is it going, Brandon?
Patrick, I'm going to stop you right there because it's going fantastic. Yeah, baby. So if you keep going, it's not going to be fantastic anymore.
Fantastic. That's great, man.
Yeah.
God damn, how is it? How you feeling? You feeling hot? I know you're feeling fantastic, but are you feeling good today?
Yeah, man.
It's been a good day.
It's a Sunday.
It is a Sunday.
You know what they say?
Traditional recording day.
Uh-huh.
Thank Christ.
Sunday, fun day.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Better than the Monday.
Are you rapping right now?
You can only do it one way, and that is the pun way.
Yeah, that's fun. You were just like, God damn, you're like Eminem. What have you been up to? Any old shit?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, time out. We got to talk about it beforehand. First off, this is our fucking 98th episode. How insane is that?
That is crazy.
98 of these.
No, you know what's even crazier?
What's that? Tell me.
It's actually our 196th.
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay, listeners, some of you might not be listening right now because you're like, what the fuck? Where's the podcast? We're changing things up.
I bet you if they're listening, they're listening.
Yeah, but some of the people are like, where is it? We're changing up some things. We switched from one server to another server. The one server is the server that shall not be named. The other server is Podbean. Now, those guys are great to us. So we're doing a lot of different things. So maybe you might have to go subscribe to a new iTunes feed eventually. It'll be a little bit, but we'll let you know. Check out our Twitter, check out our Facebook, all that kind of stuff. But when that happens, that'll be exciting because then we're kind of going to be fresh. So then all you fuckers just get in there, write the new reviews.
Love a fresh pod.
Yeah, and the old one is dead, which is great because that was connected to the podcast I did in Des Moines fucking 9 years ago that nobody listened to.
I did love the fact that
some of our iTunes reviews.
A lot of our iTunes reviews were like,
from 2011, and it's like, dang, John's funny on this one. Who's John?
PJ Dennis, like, I love listening to this while I'm trucking.
While I'm in the big rig.
I love to hear what comedy is like in Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, totally. So we're going to have a fresh start with episode 100 and 101, somewhere around there. The show is not changing. It'll still be us dipshit asses talking to our friends and talking about bullshit. But just make sure to look for that kind of stuff. Also, our YouTube, going forward, since episode 90.
Patrick, YouTube?
iTube.
Oh, nice.
Going forward from episode 90, it'll be... it's all on there now. So you can go listen to an episode right there on our page, subscribe to that, and stuff like that. So even if you're having a hard time with our new RSS feeds or you're too goddamn stupid to figure it out,
I can't figure it out.
You can go to YouTube. Everybody knows how to YouTube.
It's easy.
Yeah.
I got that YouTube Premium.
Yeah, you're all on that. Yeah.
No commercials.
No, and you can turn your phone off and keep
back.
listening. Yeah?
I'm never
going back.
Uh-uh.
Never gonna give you
I that's what I like is you can get charged a little bit extra nowadays.
Yeah. You know what I just found out? And maybe this will help out our listeners if they're in the same goddamn boat. Now, I pay for Hulu. I also pay for Spotify. Turns out it's one thing now.
Yeah.
I'm spending extra money. I'm throwing it away.
Well, I've had a big Spotify week.
I've had a big Hulu week. You tell me about your Spotify. Is this old shit, maybe?
Yeah.
Ooh,
old shit.
Talking about
old shit. Well, I watched the Dirt.
Oh, the fucking Motley Crue?
Yeah. And re-scratched my love of Swedish glam metal.
Of course. You're always talking about Swedish glam metal.
I am always talking about...
Who is that? Motley Crue's considered Swedish glam metal?
No. No, but I've heard Motley Crue into the frickin' ground.
Yeah.
Because I was living around an FM radio station.
Totally, yeah.
And any time in the 90s. No,
do they talk at all in the Motley Crue, The Dirt? Did they talk about how Tommy Lee played drums on that one Jack's Mannequin record in 2002? Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
But have you ever seen Mannequin?
Yeah.
I love that song by Starship.
Oh, what is it? Fuck, I can't... How's it go? Neither of us know because we're too stupid. Our brains are full of bullshit.
You put me on the spot.
I know.
We can build this thing together, standing strong forever.
That's
Nothing's
right.
going to stop us now.
Nothing's going to stop us.
Because if the world runs out of lovers, we still have each other.
Yes, we do.
Nothing's going to stop us.
Also, we have this mannequin somehow.
Nothing's going to stop us now.
Yeah, that's great. Is that Swedish glam rock?
No.
Starship?
No.
What are you doing to me right right now.
I'm trying to. You keep interrupting me, but
You brought up mannequin on your own volition.
sorry. Anyways, Swedish glam metal.
Thank you.
It's like the Swedes, God bless them, you know.
Yeah.
And metal's timeless, but they love all the old shit.
Yeah.
And so they have like contemporary bands out there.
Is that the shit you were watching when I showed up today?
Yeah.
Where we were watching a music video and I thought you were watching The Dirt. I thought you were watching the Motley Crue movie.
Yeah.
And then Steve-O's in it for some fucking reason as Steve-O. And I'm like, wait a minute. Steve-O plays himself in the Motley Crue movie? It looked just like it was some music video.
Yeah.
So
it's all these like, you know, the big metal sounds that you love from back
from the
in the
80s.
Day. Yeah, except for it's
today.
It's good-looking young Swedish dudes doing it.
It looks like you're watching a video from like Kill 'Em All, but then all of a sudden they have a cell phone and a fucking laptop, and you're like, oh shit, this is today? This is weird.
Well, like I said, baby, metal's timeless.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Saved us all.
Yeah.
What
about you? Been up to any... What?
Well, yeah, you've been up to the Swedish glam metal. I've actually been up to a lot of Finnish math rock, so that's exciting.
Really?
No, not at all.
Oh, man. Math rock?
Yeah.
I can never finish it.
Okay. Here's the thing. So, you were talking Spotify. I'm on Hulu. Pin 15. Now, have you heard about this show? It is so goddamn good.
Oh.
It's this new show. It's these two actresses or writers, creators from LA. They created this show that takes place. They're entering 7th grade in 2000, the year 2000. So the whole show.
In the year
it's like
2000.
Remember all the things we loved about like what was that show that you loved?
Everything Sucks?
Yes. It's the same idea. It's like in the first episode, they're walking in the halls of the school. Kids are wearing corn shirts, 311 shirts. All the language is there, all the weird slang and stuff. But the two main girls though, they're adults. They're women in their 30s playing themselves as teenage girls. And then everybody else on the show is an actual teenager. So they'll be like, God, Alex is so fucking hot. And then they show him and it's like a 12-year-old boy who looks like what we looked like when we were 12. It's so good. And it's, if you like Big Mouth, if you liked everything, it's in that same vein. If you like, which I know you did, 8th grade. Remember the scene?
I didn't like 8th grade, dude. I skipped class half the time.
Loved
I never even...
the film.
Oh.
Yeah, you get it. So 8th grade, the you know the scene with the McNuggets?
Mm-hmm. Those are just chicken nuggets.
Yes, but you know that scene though.
Yeah.
That Pin 15, the whole series feels like you're living in that scene. It's so good. It's so wonderful. I highly recommend it to everybody. You got to check it out. Lit is in the first. They play Lit in the first episode of My Own Worst Enemy, and I'm like, I'm in, and it's great. I'm watching it. Stacy's watching it, and she's loving it just the same. So fucking cannot recommend that near enough.
Nice.
Pin 15, baby.
Okay.
Goddamn, that's a pretty fun top
I
of the
will
show.
pin it to the top of my
dashboard.
Pinterest
board.
Yep.
God damn, Pinterest sucks.
Does it?
I Google sometimes an image and I'm like, oh, it's on Pinterest, and then a big thing pops up, sign in, and I'm not gonna ever do that.
Yeah.
Pinterest is like LinkedIn.
Pinterest, more like losing interest.
I made a tweet about how they should do a porntress for porn, but I made it like right when Pinterest came out, and then like a couple months later they did, and now they probably made a lot of money.
Yeah, well, they've made a blank for porn for everything.
You're right.
If there's an internet idea out there, there is a blank for porn version of it, too.
Speaking of porn, let's go to a sponsor.
Okay.
And we'll come back with a fantastic stand-up comedian guest today.
All right.
Hi, I'm Hugh Grant from Paddington and Notting Hill fame, and I'm here today to tell you fine Nostalgic Front listeners, or NFies, as I'm heard you're called, about a very special chonky cat named Zero, who you can follow on Instagram at perfectboy, PURRFECTBOI. Zero is a 4-year-old dumpster baby turned chonk. What does that mean? I have no fucking clue. But as I said, in the criminally underrated film About a Boy, based on the novel by the same name, Nick Hornby, and inexplicably directed by the guys who made American Pie, I'll find the key is to think of a day as units of time, each unit consisting of no more than 30 minutes. Full hours can be a little bit intimidating, and most activities take about half an hour. Taking a bath. 1 unit. Watching Countdown. 1 unit. Web-based research. 2 units. Exercising. 3 units. Having my hair carefully disheveled. 4 whole units. It's amazing how that day fills up, and I often wondered, to be absolutely honest, if I'd ever have the time for a job, how do people cram them in? In other words, use some of your units of time to follow @PerfectBoy on Instagram. And now these two idiots from Iowa are going to pay me $35,000. I love America.
And we're back. Ooh!
Ooh.
No, you're not on yet.
I got so excited. I'm sorry.
No, this is all going in the show, by the way. We're back, Ream.
We are.
And apparently we got a guest.
we do.
Sounds like it. She's a fantastic stand-up comedian. I met her recently at the Burning Bridges Comedy Festival in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She's also going to perform at the World Series of Comedy in Chicago coming up very soon. And she's a fantastic show coming up in the Sacramento area called Holy Laughrimony, May 18th, which is great. May 18th, still a lot of time to work on that title, at the Old Republic Brewery. Ladies and gentlemen, go crazy for our friend Aurora Singh.
I did it too. I didn't know.
Oh, that's so exciting. I love it when I can yell at somebody immediately when I meet them. Goddamn, how...
I mean, that's what you do in stand-up.
Yeah.
Is you yell at an entire audience.
Yeah, I'm mostly yelling.
You don't even need a mic.
Sometimes I don't. There's some really good photos of me on stage, and like you'd be like, well, he looks like he's performing, but I don't see a mic anywhere near him. Goddamn, how are you?
I'm good. How have you been? It's been a week.
It's been a week. Such a week.
Yeah.
The world
it
has
sure
changed.
has. It
Jeez.
has been a week.
I don't even know what's going on this week. I'm like all over the place.
You're just traveling. You're out there living out of a suitcase.
East Coast living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Does it feel great to be an elite?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah. You went from being a... Wait. Upper California, what are those called? A hippie?
Yeah, just sad. I don't know. Just people just sad. We're nowhere near the beach. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's Delta breeze. Just walk around Sacramento and say Delta breeze, and people will understand what you're.
At least you got the capital, though. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
and the Kings.
But the problem is that we're just like always on fire. You know, in the summertime, it's like literally just California's on fire. That's like what we are known for now. Yeah.
Are you okay? So let's go through. So Sacramento's where I know you live now. Is that where you grew up?
Born and raised
Sacramento.
California.
So I want to ask you this then, because we were talking a little bit about during the top of the show about that show Pin 15. Lady Bird. Did you see Lady Bird, and did you identify with it?
It's actually based off of the high school I went to.
No shit.
I went to St. Francis in Sacramento, California.
Crazy.
Yep.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Or is it too inside?
Did you actually watch the movie?
I love it.
Okay, so you know when she was like, "Man, if I had a wedding, I would totally get married in the Fab 40s."
Yeah.
Past summer.
August.
Wedding. Fab 40s.
No shit.
My best friend. Yep.
That's crazy.
What's the Fab 40s?
What is it? Tell Ream because he doesn't see the
Fab
movie.
40s is like this super bougie neighborhood in Sacramento, California that's just been there since the 1940s. There's like all old style mansions. Houses never go on sale really because they're passed down from generation to generation. Just like bougie, and they're right around the corner from our high school. So if you had money, your family had money, they had a house in the Fab 40s. My friend grew up in the Fab 40s, and she got married this past summer to an Australian man. They had the wedding in their backyard.
Crikey.
It was everything you would expect. Pearls, sweater vest, just everything.
Did you grow up rich? You got money?
I did not.
Okay, good.
So if you saw Lady Bird, I was like on the opposite side of the tracks kind of a girl.
So are you
but
like...
I made friends with all the rich girls because I was like,
Smart.
I mean, they got the pools, the Mercedes. Like, I'm going to hang out with those girls.
Sure.
Why spend the money?
That's a good move.
Yeah.
I was a poor farm boy, but that's what I did. I made friends with some richy people.
That's
and then I got to go, you get to go hang out with somebody that, hey, look, we got a dirt bike. And I'm like, I got a tractor. It's not the same.
Oh, we're going to pay for a limo for a homecoming? I can't pay. Oh, that's fine, Aurora. You're just a good time. Like, let's just all go do it. I'm like, all right, cool.
I like that. I like
great
that.
getting by on good time.
My school was so rich. This is like...
How rich was it?
There we go.
Like,
they had to ban helicopters taking people to prom.
Whoa.
That's my real life in high school.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't...
Have you ever even
There's just too many helicopters.
There's just not enough landing pads. They were just like, we gotta...
That's like a good metaphor for life, right?
Yeah, right?
Too many helicopters, not enough landing pads. Have you ever been in a helicopter, Ream?
Just those ones outside of the store.
Oh, yeah, where you pop 50 cents in and you ride that fucker for a minute? Yeah, that's cool. Have you been in a helicopter?
I have, yep.
Oh, for prom?
No.
The year before the band?
No, actually, my fiance took me on a date in a helicopter.
Now, speaking of your fiance now, keen listeners may notice that there's another being in the room. Now, of course, Leif is... Being.
Human being.
Yeah, like Leif is here doing all the production stuff. Leif, how's it going?
Hey.
No, you do the. We pretend like he's doing something.
I was thinking about a joke about.
Yeah, you were probably thinking about a fucking tweet you're gonna do that'll knock your brain out for 15 minutes.
Do you think they're called podcasts because they involve so many beans?
No.
Oh my God!
Tweet that from your account. Now,
Okay.
make sure you're not logged into the Nostalgia Front one. Now, you mentioned your fiance.
Fiance.
Now he is here. He's right next to you.
He's right next to me.
He's wearing a blue button-up.
He's
It looks like
always here.
He's
Yep.
yeah. That's fun. Hey, I'm gonna go on the road, and you're coming too. Cool. All right,
Okay,
fine.
cool. Yeah, it's fine.
Now, what you? Can you? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Give him the mic for a second.
I'll allow him to speak.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
Now,
What's
hey,
up?
now
This
your
is
name
a
is Drew.
podcast first.
Drew, yes.
Drew, yeah, we've never done this before. We're a relationship. We're like love line now. We're gonna try to figure out why you guys like fucking. Drew, now let me ask
There's
you.
not enough plumbers in the world.
Thank you. Yeah. Ooh, that's a future callback. Oh, that's a very far out. It'll be fine. He's good. He's got. I mean,
I'm
I
Adam
like that.
Carolla.
Yeah. And I'm a Toyota Corolla. Vroom vroom, baby. Drew.
Yes.
Now, what's your steal? What's your story? Where are you from?
I'm from a small, tiny town outside of Reno called Fernley.
Fernley?
Yeah. Fastest growing city in America when I moved there. There were like 1,000 people by the time I got
That's
to high
all.
school.
That's like when they say the smallest little city. They just like bragging about size in
I think
Nevada.
Technically, the moment you move into a city, it's going to be one of the fastest growing cities.
Totally.
Just that one moment.
Yeah, your whole parents
that
are there.
one moment.
Now, okay, so you showed up and you were wearing a jacket of some sort of like a knit. You a big Broncos fan? What's this?
I'm a huge Broncos fan.
What?
I love football. I grew up in the Bay Area of California, so my
You
mom
just
like
said
Whoa.
you're from fucking Reno.
she yells at me. She
You
yells at
call
me.
the Reno the Bay Area?
How'd you grow up?
He grew up where he hit puberty. That's what I say.
How'd you grow up in the Bay Area and wind up a Bronco fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my mom is like the biggest Raiders fan of all time. She worked at
Sounds
a dry
like
cleaner
a
in
very
Oakland.
cool mom.
Yeah, okay.
Awful.
Sounds like your Ream and your mom might get along here.
Yeah, she's married. I'm sorry. Really
Hey,
sorry.
it ain't stopped him before.
Dad,
As long as
Dad,
she's
is
free
that
on
you?
Sundays, you know.
Oh, sorry. This is a lot of what we do on the show is try to get Ream to fuck people's parents. Sorry.
Oh, sure.
There you
No,
go.
no.
And there's obviously a connection there with the black and silver. Okay, so your mom's a Raiders fan,
And obviously, you rebel as a kid. Like
Yeah,
I didn't do the drugs or anything.
but you didn't
The
go
drugs.
49ers?
No, my dad was a 49ers fan.
Yeah,
so,
fuck him too.
So I was
Yeah,
like, nah.
yeah. Cool.
And then I started cheering for the Broncos the first year they won that Super Bowl, and I was like, "Oh, I picked right." And
Yeah.
then they won again. And I was like, "I'm really right."
Well,
And
this
then
is
kept going.
you. As soon as you walked in, I don't know if you did it, but as soon as he walked in, I was like, "All right, I'm thinking about it," because I'm a Chiefs fan, diehard,
Oh,
born and raised.
no.
This motherfucker over here is a Raiders fan. So you walk in with a Broncos gear. I swear to God, if you would have taken off your jacket and you had like on a fucking Chargers thing, I'd been like, "What are we doing?"
New podcast.
New
format.
podcast. It's the AFC West Hour, and we just talk about why we're all hate each other secretly.
And the Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so
the
when did you
Patriots.
move from Reno to?
From
the
Bay
Ferndale.
Area, yeah. So I moved when I was 9 years old from the Bay Area of California, like the ghetto.
Yeah.
Like, even worse than Oakland. Like,
Sure.
the
You grew up
ghetto.
poor too?
Oh yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
poor. I was
Cool.
on
Yeah,
food stamps.
yeah.
All
All right, cool. I like
I was
it.
the only white kid at my
We
school.
have a lot
like,
of Richies on this, and you're like, oh God, here we go. Okay,
Yeah.
and then when did you?
You know-
And you're a stand-up comedian as well.
I am, yeah.
Okay, and you perform all around the country.
You know,
All
if
over
you're,
the place.
You know, if you're a cannibal, all stamps are food stamps.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put people on them.
You know, you slaughter a male cow. Got a can of bull. I don't know. I'm a vegetarian. Okay, Drew. I just wanted to say now this is it's Aurora's hour, so that you know.
Yes.
But I just wanted to touch base with you. You're right there. Now, were you a pop? Are you a nerdy guy?
Yeah,
You
I'm
like
super
like
nerdy.
stuff like that?
I'm numbers, video games, all that.
Numbers
stuff.
as in the show? You like that number? The show Numbers
Yeah,
on
that
CBS?
Was, yeah, I was like, what is this? This
Oh
is
boy,
boring.
The Bible book.
yeah, the R's
The
a
best
3.
book in the
We don't know
Bible.
why. Okay, so that's great. And then how long have you guys been a couple?
A little bit over 4.5 years.
Oh, wow.
And we've been engaged since November, so that's what
Nice.
4 or 5 months.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn. Okay. Well, we might come back to you in a little bit just to touch base and see if if there's anything that if she's lying and you know it, you can throw your
I'll
hand up
call
or
her
something
out.
like that. Yeah.
I'll call her out. on it.
Or I don't know, maybe if there's something on the trade wire, something like that, you check us in. Wes Welker's back.
Oh yeah, I mean
He's
they
on
got
them.
Flacco over
yeah,
there.
Totally. I love Flacco. I think that's exciting. But I loved Peyton, and when I stopped loving him? The day he went to the Broncos. Okay, now we're back, Aurora.
All right. Hey, what's up?
How are you a football fan?
No.
No, yeah.
No,
why
I
would you
try
be?
to. I always say like I'm a 49er fan, but
here's what I say. Why are those fuckers kneeling? I'm just kidding.
Oh, I
Kevin?
was like,
What if-
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I
what
don't
if I-
know. This has been great.
We
I
already
don't know.
mentioned Corolla on the podcast. And now I'm talking about that.
Oh no, I think they're kneeling because they're up and if they take a knee, they'll be able to run the clock out without the other team getting the ball back.
Yeah. You're right.
That's a good.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
that's why they're kneeling too.
Duh.
I don't know much about football though, so.
Well, it's a big skin. It's America's pastime. Okay, it's not right. It's not that. That's baseball, but it is a big skin.
I know nothing about baseball too.
I'm
so.
a vegetarian.
America's pastime. I'm glad they say it's baseball and not genocide.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, do what you love, you know, and if you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life. Okay, so you're growing up. You're a little kid, and you're in this. You're in Sacramento
I'm
now.
in Sacramento, private Catholic school.
Brothers, sisters, anything
Nope,
like that?
just
Only
me.
child.
First generation American.
Only child is the rich of the poor. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, it is.
Like the poor, like you get 5 families that are
Right.
poor. The one with the least amount of kids is the richest of the poor. You
Yes,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I grew up.
What do your parents do?
My mom was an administrator when she had me.
Oh, what does that mean?
So she got her PhD in education. So she was like the boss bitch of the
Sure,
school.
sure,
Yeah,
that's
she wasn't
cool.
just teaching. And then she kind of got bored of administration, and so she just went back into the classroom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Teaching. That's right.
Teaching, yep.
And then your father, you got that around?
Dad did a long, hard study in alcohol and just kind of stuck with that
sick.
for like
Hey, that's
ever.
sounds like my wife's life. Okay, so you're growing up there. You was it a house, apartment? What are you living in?
House.
House, cool.
Actually, I went away for college and I moved back into the house 2 years ago.
That's fun.
And this is the same house that I was brought home from the hospital.
No
so
shit.
Oh, nice.
literally have lived in this house
And when
my
you
whole life.
and you live in there now?
I live with my mom now, yes.
And so when you guys get married, are you guys going to move into that house too? Or do you guys already live in that house?
So yeah, Drew and I actually live in the house with our 2 dogs and my mom. We all just live in the same house.
Yeah.
So what kind of dogs?
German Shepherd, Chihuahua.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
nice range.
Yeah, super. Yeah, we just wanted to all
Yeah.
nothing, no middle. Like we're just go big and go home.
How did those
with
two
your
go?
mom. Where she's at.
Yeah, with my mom. Yeah.
There's a I only picture your mom as being Lori. What's her name? Aunt Becky or Aunt Jackie from because of what's it called?
What?
Lady Bird, the movie
Oh,
we were talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. I don't
so
remember
now
any of
I'm
the names.
only
Good dog too.
I'm only picturing Lori Metcalf as your mom, and I'm picturing your whole life is Greta Gerwig's life in that.
All I picture is Lady Bird from King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. That too.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of references floating around today.
Speaking of dogs,
Tell me. Thank you for taking that big drink right there, or whatever.
Well,
that
I had to clear my throat to buy myself.
Oh no, are
some
you
time.
gonna sing
Did
again?
Did you know?
It's fun day. It's Sunday. There is
Yeah,
a
I
pun.
wanted to do the rapping thing again. That was awesome.
Did you
It
know-
honestly, it sounded like a '90s rap. Like it was like the same beat. Like
Well, what
exactly.
really crushed me was during the break he showed me that he had already tweeted that.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, you'd already worked it out. Anyways, what are you talking about, big dogs?
Yeah. No. Did you know Taco Bell stole that dog?
No shit?
No.
The Chihuahua?
From
They-
Mexico?
No, they stole
Probably.
the idea for it
From where?
from just some guys, and they had to pay him.
I
some
feel like
fucking
I
dudes.
feel like that was all made up.
No.
What you just said.
No, the Yokiro Taco Bell
That
dog?
is one of those things that if Reem says it, I'm like, that's probably right. He found
Really?
that somewhere. Yeah, like if he's like, did you know that Reagan actually wasn't elected the second time? I'd be like, I don't know, that seems skeptical. But if it's some obscure reference about fast food and a
He
dog,
knows
I'm
it.
like, yeah, that's real. That's
Wow.
You were in a thread. You watched a YouTube video that told you that.
You just went down a rabbit hole of YouTube videos.
You know who was the voice of the Doggo Bell dog?
Adam Carolla?
Nope, Carlos Alazaraki, who is a Bay Area guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sacktown. Bay Area
And
represent.
was on Reno 911, which
Oh,
brings
God.
Drew back into it for some reason.
Oh yeah.
That's exciting. Okay, so you're a little kid, you're growing up there. What was your shit? What were you into?
I'm 6 feet tall. I haven't
Even
always.
when you were a little kid?
I mean, I just realized I said that. I haven't always been 6 feet,
Sure.
but I've always been like the giant girl. So
Sure.
I was
Tall,
forced
yeah.
into sports. So that was my thing.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That
yeah.
was I had no choice. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, she's big. You should probably put her in.
What'd you
some
play?
Which one
contact
did you
sport.
dominate at then? When you
Basketball.
just showed up? Yeah.
Of course,
You
yeah,
dunked?
basketball. Yeah, totally. On all the bitches,
sick.
on all the 5-year-olds. I was like, wow.
Oh my God. There's a great video going right now. Ted Alessandro, a comedian, he's got a great set that he did where he talks about, he's at the cellar and he's talking about how like when he's down, what he does is he just goes watches video of Zion, that guy that's on Duke.
Yeah.
You know, that basketball player? He's like, great. But he's like, but I don't watch his college games. I don't watch this season. I go watch his high school clips. And it's just this
Dang.
massive dude just dunking on little
Yeah.
white kids.
They
And
got-
he's like, it looks like a White Lives Don't Matter rally. And it's so fucking good.
Oh my God, that sounds awesome.
So you were
Yeah.
just crushing. just out
Yeah,
there.
the referees started this nickname like in all the leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was Lil Shaq.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I was a
I
Lil
mean,
Shaq.
also, you're kind of like, well, I could just be myself.
I could too.
But it was also because like I was the only brown and like a sea of white,
yeah,
so it was
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Is this racist?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Little shack. That's like a shanty.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Remember that song? Little shack is a little old place where
we can get together.
Yeah, see, we're a singing podcast.
Yeah, that was a dumb tweet I never got off the ground. Where it's like,
Jesus, we're back on your Twitter account.
We are. All
right,
are.
let's do it.
It's like, do you know why the B-52s had courtside seat to the Lakers in the 90s? We love Shaq.
Okay. Do you know why? Hey, here's a question. Don't you think it's, speaking of tweets, don't you think it's kind of rad that the jury get courtside seats?
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's like a Law and Order type.
I got it.
Yeah.
Fun fact about
what
jury
did you
duty.
do before
We're done.
Twitter? What did you do before Twitter?
He just yelled these at me.
That's what I was wondering. Like, did you just start shouting things in the
message
streets?
boards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scene
God.
reports.
AIM?
Yeah. Oh, whoa, you on AIM?
Whoa, yeah. I was.
What was your screen name?
A bling. I remember it was a bling and a sparkle.
Whoa, how was it?
You went with symbols, huh?
A bling, the
Yeah.
letter N.
A Blinken?
A sparkle.
Yeah. A Blinken Sparkle. Everybody talking to you
A
is
bling
like
and a sparkle.
a Blinken the Sparkle.
I think at one point it was like Lil Shaq 44.
Sure,
I think I
sure,
changed
sure.
it. When I hit when I was getting closer to puberty, I was like, probably don't want my crush aiming Lil Shaq 44.
You don't want somebody being like, what are you doing Friday night, Little Shaq? I don't want that.
God. BRB, my mom's over my shoulder.
We used to say Diet Coke.
If your mom's over the shoulder?
Yeah, that was our code.
Yeah. What was there's an actual thing for the parent. It was POS, parent over shoulder.
Well, that was one of those things that I remember getting shared around. You know what we're talking about right now, all the weird internet code. There was BRB and LOL, but there was all these other things that I remember I saw a news report that was like that, parent over shoulder.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I never actually used that.
It was for when kids were talking to sexual predators,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. This was a thing. Also, remember when BRB was like a thing?
Yeah.
Remember when it was like you actually left and then we don't if we texted someone BRB right now, they'd be like, just don't respond.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna text my wife BRB right now.
I want text responses now.
Yeah.
So when people text you, be like,
but wouldn't it be polite too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we still do that?
That's the thing.
Cool.
That's the thing.
Like doing other stuff. Be right back.
Yeah, I'll text you in a minute. BRB.
My buddy has those when he's driving.
Oh, yeah. The easy thing that's like, I'm driving.
And it'll say, I'm driving right now.
That's polite.
I just texted my wife BRB, so we'll see what happens.
She's gonna be like,
we haven't spoke since 2:59 today.
It is 4:52. That's
right.
a long time.
Well, I mean, I'm podcasting. She gets it. I'm bad on messengers and texting. I'm bad
I'm
about
the worst.
Well,
I don't think I'm the worst, but I'm really
You're
bad.
not very good. Yeah, I see.
We're not good.
30 message. Yeah, I'm bad in a different way too.
Well,
But
sometimes if somebody just sends you a cool thing and you just see it real quick and then they message you the next day you didn't say anything about that meme I sent you.
Yeah.
Did you get that meme I sent you?
Well, that's why iPhone. I don't know if you guys have iPhones.
Nah,
that's why
I got a Samsung.
Oh man. Oh, okay. Well,
but
that's
it's got
why
wood on it.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
On iMessage, you can a text now.
Yeah.
So it's like So now it's like the new haha. So it's like you can acknowledge that you saw it and it was great.
I do
but you just move on with your life.
I made a conscious decision at one point in my life when people were making fun of people for doing LOL.
Yeah.
They're like, are they even really laughing? You know?
To actually laugh?
No. To go into haha.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I've always been a haha
and
girl.
I'm sincere.
I
well, sorry. I just went Australia.
Oh, no, what happened? Oh, no, it's like your friend's husband.
Yep.
I saw that. I was just like, I'm going to let him do it.
Yeah.
If I write.
Oh, right. Too right. There I was. I got the text and it was a fun meme, so I go, ha.
Yep, you got it.
It was a wallaby falling out of a tree, and everybody said, look out for me, I'm the wallaby, and I laughed.
One of my all-time favorite memes
Please.
is a picture of a koala bear, and he's like, what are you talking about? I have all my qualifications.
That's one of your all-time favorite memes?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that was early memes.
Yeah.
My all-time favorite meme is the picture of the dog with everything on fire, and he's saying, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
my
one.
favorite.
I saw one today, or the other day.
Ooh, nail it down.
One of those two.
Quit lying.
Either today or another one.
And that makes sense, too, because this episode comes out tomorrow.
But it was a fire sitting at the table with a bunch of puppies around it.
I like that. That's really good.
I want to see that.
And it said everything is fine.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
fun. I tried to make a meme once that was just a picture of a shelf, and I just said, check your shelf before you wreck your shelf. I thought that was good.
Patrick had a meme get stolen.
I did once.
Oh, no. no, what was it?
It was
he got Fat Jude.
This was. I think there's probably a better way to say that. I got content stolen. I mean, we all agree that you're correct, but there's got to be a better way.
Right. He got fucked Jared.
Yeah, I got fucked Jared.
God.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
because
so
what happened? This was in early days of memes, but it was early days of my memes, and I made one that was it was two pictures. And one was a picture of George Harrison playing guitar alone, and the other one was a picture of Harrison Ford in his Han Solo costume. And then on the top it just said Harrison playing solo, and then next to it said Harrison playing solo, and it was the two doing that.
Oh,
and I put it on Twitter with no watermark or anything because I didn't know. It was like 2012, the world was different. Obama was still in, you know?
Yeah.
And then fucking a couple days later, it's just everywhere. And it's on all these different like Gizmodo sites and shit and like nerd culture and I have there's no way I can do that. I have no way I can prove it.
No. Timestamp.
I like those pre-memes.
Oh, by the way, I made a second round where I just did Garrison Keillor on stage, and I just said Garrison playing solo. No, nothing. Didn't go as big.
My favorite.
Damn it.
That was before he got me, dude. I'm sorry. That was before he got fucked Jared.
I love the Willem Dafoe, Willem Defriend.
Oh, yeah, that's
one
good.
that's kind of like that.
I haven't seen that one.
That's good. It's
that one.
It's just Willem Dafoe looking
like a good guy.
Yeah.
And then looking like a bad guy, and so it's Willem Dafoe and Willem Defriend.
And I remember when all the memes were just that poster board?
Oh, yeah.
The one poster board you could pick. And and then you'd throw something at the bottom.
I had one that I liked that it's picked up some steam as the years have gone on, but it was a picture of Dennis Leary playing tennis, a picture of Dennis Quaid playing tennis, a picture of Dennis Franz playing tennis, and then a picture of Dennis Haskins, I think
Dennis
his name.
the Menace?
A different Dennis playing golf, but then instead on the side it would say like tennis Quaid, tennis Leary, tennis, and then the last one was tennis golf.
Brandon's face right now is so great.
It's hard to explain a meme, but
I've only made one meme, and it was it's always of my friends' pictures, like old pictures.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
the one that I did was my friend from the Fab 40s, as I mentioned earlier. Her and her very white sister dressed in all denim, like hip hop style.
Yeah.
And I was like, when you listen to too much Fresh Prince, but grew up in the Fab 40s. It was a horrible meme. I like it.
No, I'm on board, and I'm not even from there. I mean, of course, I've seen Lady Bird, so I get it. But
everyone gets it now. Lady Bird. If you haven't seen Lady Bird, go check it out.
I tried
It's
to make
all about Sacktown.
It's literally my high school in Sacramento.
Yeah,
that is the story.
And okay, so Reem, you want to guess? I want to know her graduation year, but I don't want her to tell us. So do you want to guess it right away? We don't have a lot of facts yet.
Oh wait.
08? I'm gonna say 09. What year did you graduate high school?
10.
10. Oh fuck.
Man, we just kept going.
So you're young. So the thing that I loved about Lady Bird, this is why I wanted to get into it, is that she's graduated high school 2003, my year. So, like, I don't get the local references like you do,
right?
But I get all of the Touchstone Life references that is brought up in that movie in that way, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I'm feeling with Pin 15, a little different because Pin 15 is my wife's age, who's like a year and a half younger than me. So while they're doing all this stuff, I was actually like going to movies and like
you were like
fucking
in high school.
for the exactly. I was going into my sophomore year when they go into 8th grade.
Okay.
So it's like
what year is Pin 15?
Pin 15 is 2000, year 2000, and
okay.
they're going into 7th grade. Okay. And I was going into sophomore year that year.
Damn.
Yeah.
What I hate is the one movie that reminds me of high school the most and what it was like is American Pie.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Was that your life?
Maybe not like the aesthetics were.
Yeah.
Right.
The style. Everybody had that. Everybody's haircut was that just slightly gelled front of the hair.
So sexy.
There's a lot of that in Pin 15.
And a whole lot of button-up collared shirts that are short sleeve, worn with khaki shorts, and pop punk everywhere.
Totally. You're going to love...
That movie just nails more than any other movie, like what high school
I was on an episode of Playable Characters recently. It's our friend's podcast, and I portrayed the character of Spyro, and it's so fun. And one of my go-to references, because Spyro is a dragon, and one of my go-to references was that he compared everything to the American Pie films. Yeah, because I think that's such a funny, dumb thing to do.
Also, can't hardly wait.
Can't really wait to it.
It's
but,
very,
so what I would do is when they're like, so Spyro, hold on, I'm telling you this thing. When he's like, when Spyro was like, so you like those early games, but later on there was bad games. And I'm like, well, you know, like American Pie 1 and 2 are great, right? But then later there's the Naked Mile. And it's so funny to just bring up the American Pie films out of context, you know? So I was pretty proud of that.
I like to think Can't Hardly Wait is a prequel to Waiting.
Oh, boy.
Like before they got their jobs?
You want to talk about a movie that don't hold up. Waiting. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Ryan Reynolds. It's about working at an Applebee's.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
It
totally.
is
amazing.
It's canceled. That movie is done. We can't go back. And made a sequel too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, my
it's like
God.
literally a
No, they made a sequel, part 2.
It's called Still Waiting. That's true. And it's like him. It's a guy in his mid-20s trying to fuck a high school girl.
Yeah.
They show a lot of vulgarity of like just sexual assault.
I really do get it.
So much underage fucking where I went to high school
Also,
too.
yeah.
Like teachers.
Oh no, really? That's
See,
gross.
I was about to say there's nothing wrong with that, and then you throw teachers into the mix.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
God.
Well, there's a
it's
lot
got
wrong with
weird.
underage fucking is fine. You're right.
yeah,
Like a
Yeah, yeah.
16-year-old fucking a 16-year-old,
Yeah,
they're great. You know what I
beautiful.
mean?
It's a beautiful thing.
But when it's that was the thing that I was like, oh, hey, this is Emily. Her boyfriend's 27. And you're like, Jesus Christ, you know?
Yeah.
Why is everybody okay with it?
Yeah, that's weird.
Here's a fun meme
Tucker
I made.
Carlson's okay with
Here's
it.
a meme I made once that I spent forever working on. It's called Zach Morris Code. And so, like,
Oh my
it's
God.
all the whole Morse code alphabet, but the
Oh
dots
my God.
are his face and
Zach-
the dashes are his
oh.
phone.
Zach Morris
No one cared.
doesn't have a code.
I put that on Reddit. No one gave a fuck.
Have you seen
Damn it.
this YouTube series, Zach Morris is Trash?
No.
But I like the idea.
It's pretty much, it's like, I think it's Funny or Die or whatever, but they go through and rewatch old episodes of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
And pretty much all the shit that Zach does, he's like one of the worst people.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a sociopath.
He's like a horrible
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
like real
Well,
life.
no.
No.
Mark Paul's
now he's
fine.
killing vampires.
Mark Paul's
in
fine.
Oh,
prime
okay.
time.
Okay.
We all love Mark Paul on this
Okay.
podcast. But
More
Zach,
like St. Paul Gosler.
Thank you.
That's how much we love him.
Oh wow.
But Zach is just, it's one of those shows, and a lot of things are like this. It's written by a bunch of old people it was written by a bunch of people who grew up in the 60s and 70s.
And today.
For the late 80s and early 90s. And so it's a lot of like, it's this kind of thing where it's like you cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn and then they grab your cock and you're like, that's,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
and I don't know
but
if that's specific,
Zach Morris
but
does a lot of PG rated versions of
Totally,
that.
yeah.
Oh
Like,
my gosh, that's so funny because all
Yeah.
of my friends in Catholic school, they all gave their first hand jobs in a movie theater.
really?
Yeah.
That's
So they-
what, I mean, that happens, you know?
Yeah, I remember they would all come back to school on Monday and they'd be like, me and so-and-so, I don't want to say names or anything.
Go
but
ahead, light these fuckers
Yeah,
up.
fuck them, Joe. Me and
Yeah.
Joe would
Yeah, Jesus
made
was
out.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Joe made out in the movie this
I
weekend,
love it
and
if-
I touched his ding dong, and I'd be like, oh my God, why wasn't I invited? I was
Yeah.
never invited to the movies with the boys.
What did
Well,
he
it's
get?
because you're out there, you're breaking the goose's neck, shooting
I was
hoops, you
too-
know,
I
in
was
the
too
yard.
busy
What did you
slamming
get? Ding
dunks.
dongs at the snack counter?
I should have said I wasn't
Love a
funny
good
yet.
ding dong.
Did you? Okay, so you
Right.
never fooled around in theaters?
God, I wish
No,
I.
I was like a good girl. I was super good until I got to like 16 and I had my first taste of freedom when I drank my first beer and I was like,
What kind of
let's
beer
go.
You liked beer at first sip?
First sip. I
Damn.
was in. Let's do it.
Well,
The first time I
Was
ever
it,
got
was
drunk
it the
though
taste
was
of
off Jack
rebellion?
Daniels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I was like, well, because if I
Straight
remember
or
the first
did you
time
mix it?
I mixed it. The first time I ever drank,
But she
Jack
mixed it
Daniels,
with Jim Beam.
Oh God, yeah, I was like
She's
four
a bad-
locos before they took them off the shelf.
She's
That's
6'8".
Yeah.
We got a lot of threads up in the air right now.
How old were you when you had Four Loko?
I was like 17.
Yeah, because
Gosh,
she was
that's
graduating
And it
high
was
school
before
in
they
2010.
took him
Yeah.
down. Like it was the
Yeah.
dangerous Four Loko.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Because,
Yeah.
like, oh man, I remember just trying a Four Loko.
Yeah.
And I already had like a beer.
Yeah.
Beer palate at that
It
point.
was
and I'm
always
just like,
it was never the first drink.
ooh, too much sugar.
Yeah,
Do you
it was
guys
You
never
know,
the
remember-
first
but
drink.
like if I was 17 and they were putting out Four Locos, forget about it.
My memories of Four Locos were always like, here's your Four Loko, and then waking up and seeing my mom.
Yeah.
Like that's
Sure,
like
sure.
They
yeah,
don't-
I was like, that was it.
Stuff shouldn't taste that like sugary
No,
with that much
God.
booze in it.
No.
I took a drink once and I was like, for logo, more like for shame. I have disrespected the Lord.
Yeah, it's a bad mix right there.
I never. So, do you guys remember a thing called Sparks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what's that?
I don't know if it was everywhere. It was in the Midwest, but it was a
Like an orange.
Yeah, it was like an orange, but it was the similar
An alcoholic
idea.
drink.
Alcoholic
Okay.
energy drink.
Oh,
And they
Jesus
were.
Christ.
I ran a gas
Oh.
station about that time. I was working at a gas station, and we would like. Literally, our truck would come in, and then like the one guy that turned 21 would be like, "Can I get 8 cases of Sparks, please?" and then he would just sell them out of his
my-
truck at the parking lot at the high
That's
school.
such a smart move. I
Yeah.
remember hay mistering so much in high school. So annoying.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
such a process.
Totally.
You had to vet them, scout them out, watch them pump their gas. Decide how they're pumping.
Yeah.
Are they worthy? Are they going to do it for me? I don't know. Like
You know,
have to,
that's the same thing serial killers
I-
do, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah, okay.
I was
Oh,
glad
yeah.
I would be a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good serial
yeah,
killer.
yeah,
Like, it'd be
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
then, yeah.
hey, do you want to buy some rum or get your fucking neck hacked jacked up.
And then I was the one that was always sent. I think it's because I was always the biggest girl.
Yeah, tall. You look older.
Out of the girl. Yeah, just like I was always, And so they're like,
"Hey, I'm Shaq.
You go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd go out there and be like, "Hey, hey, Mister," which is always creepy. I'm approaching a grown dude at a gas station at 11 o'clock at night. That's past my curfew.
We just learned the gas stations to go to.
Totally, the ones that didn't give
people
them.
would find out the ones where like they serve. Well, also, I'm old enough that
What chains? Get and Go? They doing it?
Yeah,
yeah.
Get and Go's don't give a shit.
Also, I'm old enough that the bowling alley had a cigarette machine.
Oh, fuck.
Right by the back door.
Yeah.
So you just roll up on your bicycle, throw some quarters in there, and roll off with a pack of cools.
You know what I just
I
realized
like that you said
too?
roll up a bunch while talking about a bowling alley. Okay.
Pun.
What else?
I realized too. My friends always sent me into the gas station, like if I wanted to just try.
Yeah,
if we wanted to just try, they would dress me up and send me in because it was always
Yes.
an
Hold on.
Indian.
I wore a
It was always
costume.
an Indian guy, so they would send me in to be like, Aurora, maybe
Unity.
they'll like you.
Yeah.
Like they'll feel like they'll sell you alcohol because
Sure.
you're Indian.
Yeah.
totally
And then
racist.
you're like, I'm not Indian. And
Yeah,
then they're like, oh, what?
I wore a costume once to go try and buy
no
cigarettes.
shit. What
like
was
covering your
It-
face costume.
No.
Oh God.
No,
Yeah.
I put
He
on
went
like
as
a
Jason.
I put on like a
Like,
flannel
that
and a
doesn't
John.
sound like a good plan at all.
I tried to dress country. I put on like a flannel and a John Deere
Yeah.
hat and some like safety glasses
hey,
and stuff.
hey, buddy,
And
give me some
I
smokes.
I swear to God, I went in there. This is and did
What
the
was
water
it? Tell
boy.
me what store we're talking. What is it?
It was a what's the one with the dinosaur?
Sinclair. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I want
Did
to.
it work?
No.
Yeah, no way.
Oh yeah.
You were,
how,
he was
how
he was 11.
uncomfortable was it when it didn't work and you were like, my ID? You're like
Oh,
patting. You're like, I don't know.
It's out
I
in the car.
I left it at work because that's what I do. I have a job 9 to 5.
Oh no, my grandson must have been playing with my wallet. I'll be right back. And then you just run.
Yeah, it's
Get on a
so-
bicycle and ride away.
Such an awkward moment of like, I don't
Stole
know.
booze before. That's fun.
Really?
Oh.
I've never done that.
We had like
I've sold booze from a house, but never from.
we had like 4 of us
Yeah.
like working together to steal this beer at a gas station because
Oh,
a
my
party
God.
got broken up and we were in between parties, and the whole thing was my buddy was going to walk out while one of us walked in. So the person walking in, we were in different cars, is unknowingly in quotes,
Yeah.
opening the door
Totally.
for my friend who has 2 24 packs. And then
God.
he just bolts right out the door, jumps in the back of a truck, and they pull off, and we're all supposed to stand
Fucking
around
eastbound
like,
and down
and then
starts playing.
and then you
What
come
happened?
back for the other guy.
Yeah.
Right. That was
Or
closing
no,
the
we
door.
just
they
meet
leave
up later.
separately.
Oh,
and
I
they're
see.
probably-
Oh.
Here's the fucked
Yeah.
up part.
And they're
Damn
probably
it.
doing like a, wow, I don't know.
No,
Oh, shucks.
me and my friend that helped him
So
out, that
smart.
were those guys, we couldn't find him
What?
To this day.
because it was
The guy at the gas station
yeah.
killed
To
him.
this-
no.
I
'cause
probably
it was-
hate Mr.
no,
There's probably it goes full circle.
Yeah.
because the only person in the group with a cell phone wasn't answering because it
Oh.
was the year 2000.
Yeah.
Cell
And,
phones
like,
weren't big.
Yeah,
Like,
only
I don't got minutes
No.
for this.
cell phones were
Oh,
huge.
God, minutes.
They're like as big as your head.
Biggest fucking noggins.
Wow.
Speaking
that's
of Zach
incredible.
Morris,
Speaking of Zach.
I remember minutes. I
Yeah.
remember I would get,
Oh,
I would
God.
get so pissed at my friends, my rich friends whose parents paid for unlimited minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom only paid for free minutes from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So,
oh, and you'd use the hell out of them too.
yeah, hell yeah. But they
You'd
would always
just be
call me
like-
at 6, and I'd
Yeah.
be like, bitch, I can't talk
Yeah.
right now.
Get
Like,
up off
this
my
is
minutes.
I have
Raise up
400
off my
shared
minutes.
minutes between me and my mom.
I remember the first
minutes and data.
Oh,
I'm so glad
gee.
we're past
When you hit
it.
the internet button, your heart stopped. Oh my god.
my first text. The first text I
and
ever
it had that shitty ass like
Yeah.
logo.
The
Oh,
first text I
God.
ever got was on my old Kia Sierra, and I was a freshman in college, and it was in class, and it was my friend Jenna who was sitting next to me, and she goes, "This class sucks," and I got a text on my phone. I didn't even know that was a thing that my phone was equipped for, and it just popped up and it said, "This class sucks" from Jenna. And then the next text was, "That cost you $4." And I just showed it to her. And then she texted me, "Sorry."
Oh,
and then
my-
it came up, "That cost you $4."
All of that shit
Stop
was
it,
so
Jenna.
expensive.
Yeah.
God
I
damn
stopped being
it.
friends with her that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenna,
Nah,
she
we're
didn't
still
get
close.
it. She didn't get it. She's your wife.
Yeah, she's my best friend.
You had to
She's very
open your
good.
flip phone and be like, Jenna.
Yeah, Jenna. And then the teachers at the.
What was your first phone?
My first phone was a Nokia. It was the.
Of course it was.
that little-
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Yeah, it was a little Nokia, and then I think the next one was the hot pink razor that the
Yeah.
whole world had.
That's the transition right there.
So
Yeah.
that was when I had the silver razor when I was working at the gas station, and I would see shit like what you're talking about, where the people would try to do the scams, and I would have people, because I worked overnights a lot, I would do that, and I would have like high school kids just be like, "Please, will you please sell me beer?" And I'd be like, "I can't," and they'd be like, but please.
Aww.
And they really liked me.
So cute.
I still to this day don't understand why all the high school kids thought I was as cool and nice as I was.
You are cool, and
you
you are
probably
nice.
looked like you were in high school too.
I was like 22
One
or something.
of us.
But still, I still to this day think they had to be fucking way nerdier than they were to think. But it was such a small town I was working in. But what we had was we would do it there. We wouldn't do it, but people would do the thing where they would go to one side of the store and like break a bottle of tea or something, break something glass, so that we would be paying attention that way, and then they'd run out the other side. And I caught kids because it was such a small town that I just looked to see who it was, and I was like, well, I fucking know that kid because he comes in with his dad all the time. And so then what I did was I had him come, next time he came in with his parents, I just walked over to where he was. I was like, give me $30 right now so I can buy that beer. Otherwise, I'm going to tell your parents. And they rich kids in the small town always had money. So then I felt like I was paying the store back. I wasn't pocketing it.
Sounds like a good country music song.
Yeah.
Rich kids in a small town.
Oh,
boom,
always got money.
Always carrying money.
You big country music fan? What's your favorite style of music?
I love all music. I do like country only because I lived in Reno for 7 years and I had no other choice.
What the fuck is happening with this bullshit? First he says he's from Reno.
No, because I went to college in Reno.
We're getting the Reno 411.
I don't think you know how to. I don't think you know how to brag.
Humble brag.
Wait, time out. So what school did you go to?
I went to the University of Nevada, Reno.
Okay, hold on. Now pass the mic to Drew for 1 second. Drew, is that a real school?
It is a real school.
Now, is that where you went?
That is where I went.
Okay, so because you...
That sounds like a weird nickname. Hey, school in Nevada, Reno.
It used to be just University of Nevada, but then Las Vegas was like, no, you have to use your city too.
Yeah. So is that where
you guys are wolf pack it in?
Wolfpack. Yeah, we were in the NCAA tournament this year.
Colin Kaepernick, right?
Colin Kaepernick's from there.
Hey, use the mic there, professional.
So sorry. I trained with Colin Kaepernick in the weight room for 1 year.
Whoa.
That Boise State game, man, that was awesome.
I was there. I stormed the field with everybody else.
Ah, you gotta love a good field storming.
Did you guys? So you guys met there at your college?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
keep talking.
I don't
know.
I don't think we met. Okay, we met. We met. He graduated. He was already teaching high school.
Older
man. And I was in my final semester.
Okay.
Right before I started.
Remember
my
that
final
song
semester.
from the 80s? That final semester.
Europe that's the band Europe.
Yeah.
They're Swedish, and they're glam, and they're metal. And they are the fathers of
oh my gosh.
Swedish glam metal. And we're bringing it all back.
It all comes full circle.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys meet at the college there.
Yes.
What made you go to that school? Do you play ball there?
My boyfriend
she
and I
was
was
storming the field with him.
So what had happened was I was dating this guy in high school and he was like, I really want to play football at UNR, so I checked it out. And so he was like really pushing for me to go.
Yeah.
And then he dumped me and went to another school and I got in. So I was like, all right, I'll still go because it's like 2 hours from my place. And, but we're separated by the Sierras, whatever. I had a good education.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll still go. And then that's why I went. And then I turned down all my basketball offers because I did get scholarship offers. And then I missed it. And then they were like, hey, do you want to walk on? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Did you? And you did. So you played, what division is that?
Okay, so I was on the team for a year. I didn't play a single second.
Sure.
I technically have 4 years of NCAA. Like, I can still play.
You can still go.
Yeah.
There's time.
Still got eligibility.
Yeah.
Now,
rode
Drew,
the bench.
Now, Drew, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it's awesome. It sucks that she was a walk on and it was difficult. But
No. I mean, do you think she should go back?
Oh yeah. Yeah, totally.
We need to get you in the tournament. Iowa right now is playing in the Elite Eight.
Oh, they are?
I got out of breath going up the subway stairs, so I don't think the NCAA is going to be anytime soon.
That's fine.
You just work the low post.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stay in the post.
Just stay in the post, put your hands up. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to jump.
That's what I do when my wife goes out of town.
Just be like...
Get it? It's like a jack-off joke.
Be like,
okay, so Drew's
if you play half court, it's good.
Okay, Drew, were you an athlete too?
No.
That's funny.
No.
I knew from looking at you.
When you guys were talking about high school parties, I was like, that was a thing?
Yeah. Oh, boy, you're really...
High school parties, young Democrats.
Oh, okay, I get it. High school parties. Okay. Okay, so you guys meet at the school and stuff like that and things like that.
Not doing comedy.
You guys met doing comedy in Sacramento?
In Reno. Yeah, it was her first ever open mic. I'd been doing it about a year.
Jesus, look at you, old dog in the game.
Yeah.
You know? I fucking met Attell one time. Okay, so you guys are doing comedy, and you guys meet. What was it right away that got you?
For me, she did this joke where she talked about her dog making direct eye contact while pooping with her, and then she slowly dropped the mic between her legs and stared an audience member in the front row dead in the eyes, and it was awkward. I was like, that girl's brave. I'm gonna make her mine.
Oh wow, yeah.
Because that's how
cool.
you want a man to fall in love with you, by him saying, "Wow, she's brave."
Yeah, and I'm gonna own her. I'm gonna make her mine.
Like, that's great.
That's great.
And he got me because I was on Tinder, and my Tinder dates would take me to like all these like public events, like baseball games, wine walks, things like that.
Yeah.
He was barking for the comedy club, so I'd constantly run into him on these different Tinder dates with different guys.
Yeah.
And he'd fuck up all my dates.
Oh sure, yeah.
Like I was on a date with this guy that was wearing a
I
cowboy
heard she
hat.
steals.
Yeah. No, worse. I was on a date with the guy with a cowboy hat, and he goes, "Oh, Aurora, are you playing Cowboys and Indians?"
Jesus.
I was like, damn.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
we can hang out now.
Yeah.
That's all right.
You're like, that's actually the kind of shit I'm into.
That's hilarious.
Goddamn. Okay, so... Oh, wow. So you're playing sports and stuff like that. I'm also into... I want to go back a little bit. We got to get into, like, movies and TV shows and all that stuff, too.
Yeah.
We're trying to. I auditioned last week.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah, man.
Man. Oh.
One line. Give me one line on Orange is
I'm
the
on,
New Black.
I'm on backstage.com. I'm trying to figure out some auditions.
I'm also
like,
I'm in back pages, too, you know? I'm just trying to jack off some folks, you know?
I want to be an extra.
I'm like physically backstage at places. Like, I don't know.
Hey! Y'all need anybody?
I want to be an extra on stuff, but I can't pass the background check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was extra at a gum commercial.
I'm an ex-con.
Is that anything?
Wait, were you really?
No, but like gum is
TV
extra
credit?
mix gum.
Is that a TV credit?
Yeah. Well, we always talk about it. I love it. I don't know if we talk about it on the show.
Oh, yeah.
I like when somebody's TV credit is just NBC.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, that's nothing.
Well,
because you would say The Tonight Show.
I've been on MSNBC, like when I was in high school. Does that count?
Well, wait, were you ever on like ESPN or anything for the games or something? It's like,
yes, I was.
There you
Nice.
go.
I was on the bench. Does that
totally.
count?
Still.
You're like
that
looking
count?
up, kind of? Yeah.
Should I use that as a credit in comedy?
You know,
Just be like I was on
ESPN,
ESPN?
yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny. You know, we do comedy.
Wait a minute, what's that now?
It's kind of funny. We do comedy.
It is kind of funny. You're
we
right.
We have all these
it's like
friends
sort of funny.
that are doing like way cooler stuff.
Oh, yeah. Famous
and,
people?
Like, yeah. And like friends that are doing specials.
Yeah.
And everything like that. But you know what gets me more excited
Tell
than
me.
anything else? I keep seeing this Yadoye commercial.
Oh, God, yeah. Yadoye being... literally, our last couple guests. Yadoye is in fucking on TV constantly now because of commercials. Sam Ruddy's in Australia right now doing shows at like the Sydney Opera House. And we're sitting here with Aurora and her fucking boyfriend.
You are honored to be with...
When people just, I don't know, commercials, I think that's it, man.
Well, there's a comic, Allie Brown, who's great. She'll be on the show. She's a real NFer. And she's like just from one commercial, she kind of became the face of this like NutriBar type thingy. Damn, and so constantly they're just posting, she's in different commercials, they keep moving up and stuff. And it's like, that's how that happens. Like Flo, that progressive lady.
Oh my God, she got it made.
Oh, yeah.
Jan
she
from
killed
Toyota?
It.
Yep, totally. And what's
Flo's
Yadoye?
funny every time I see her pop up and stuff.
Yadoye's in it, the new commercial he's in.
For AT&T.
Yes, and it's
cell phones.
It's that one that one girl has been in a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And now
he could be the next person.
He could be the next big one.
Yeah.
Did you notice Jan was pregnant for a little while in the Toyota commercials?
No.
You didn't notice? She got pregnant and then she had the baby and she was back. It was crazy.
Cool.
It was like she never even addressed it in the commercial. It's very distracting.
She's like, I'm a person. One time I tweeted, how fucked up is it when you see Flo like in just like a TV show, you know? Like it really throws you off.
She's in,
and she's the Goldbergs.
She's in You're the Worst.
Oh, and she's in the Goldbergs.
Oh, yeah, she's one of Beverly's.
Yeah.
Oh, you're watching the Goldbergs now.
No, I just know it as a reference.
A movie. She's in a movie where they're like on the beach and then he's getting married, but then he doesn't get married, and then they like he falls in love with another girl that's at the beach in Mexico. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Dave and Mike need wedding dates.
Yeah. The Heartbreak Kid. She's
the
in
Heartbreak
that.
Kid, yeah.
She's one of the cousins.
Yeah.
She's been doing that. Like that's got to be one of the longest running.
She never gave out
ad persons.
Wilford Brimley.
No,
I don't know. This is a reference.
Like it's like her and the gecko.
Yeah. Oh, that gecko. When he shows up in the movie, I'm real pissed.
That gecko has been traveling the whole world, his whole career.
Hello, I'm a gecko.
He's been doing it so long, he's not really that green anymore.
Yeah, he's like getting a little gray, a little yellow.
Yeah. When I tweeted that thing about Flo, some comic in Chicago that I don't know came at me. She's like, she is an actress. She has the right to be in movies. And I was like, I'm making a joke about saying, okay. And then I just unfriended that person. And I was like, ooh, life's better for it. You know?
Yeah. Much better.
I like that I was trying to make a political statement coming at Flo, you know? Okay, so what was your movies and television shit you're into? You're a kid. What were you watching all the time?
I just always Disney. But like,
what was your Disney movie? Because you're so young.
Oh my God, Xenon.
Oh, Xenon, the TV show.
The movie.
Wait,
the
what the
girl
fuck?
from the 21st century?
That was a movie?
Yeah, Xenon.
I thought it was a TV show.
Xenon, girl of the 21st. Boom, boom, boom. Make my heart go. Oh wait, no. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Make my heart go. Boom, boom. My supernova girl. Come on, you know it.
No. I don't know this at all.
Come on, you know it.
Xenon?
Yeah, Xenon, girl of the 21st century.
Oh.
And this was a made for Disney Channel?
Disney.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am totally wholly ignorant of Disney Channel productions for the most part.
I don't even know what other movies I really like.
Xenon, I thought Xenon was a TV series all this time because I know it.
Because I know people younger than me. That's her with her cool. Yeah. She had the coolest holographic earrings, and she made them out of little CDs.
And that's Raven Simone is her sidekick. I was like, can you imagine that? What a life! Raven's your sidekick. She's a superstar.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then the Cheetah Girls.
Cheetah Girls.
You know what though? When I was younger, I did stay up late. I was an only child, so I stayed up late disobeying my mom all the time, watching stand-up comedy on Comedy Central.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Who was your in or what? Who was the first comic that made you lose it? That you remember?
Honestly, it was Carlos Mencia.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
with the head hit with the mic going.
Yeah.
I'm so
what
insensitive right now, but I grew up on that and just fluffy watching.
He had a lot
him.
of great bits, man. He stole them from people. So
I know.
I mean, so of course he was funny.
When I'm 14, I don't know that. Just this is great comedy.
I remember.
Yeah. Anybody that it's really easy after the fact to be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was their fallback after the whole Chappelle thing.
Totally.
On Comedy Central.
And also he was the opposite to Chappelle, where Chappelle wanted to have artistry and he was just like, I don't give a fuck, I'll do anything. Literally.
Well, Chappelle was like, I'm going to turn down this $40 million because I have made 2 really good seasons of this show and don't want shit out there.
Well, and he's
then
also
Carlos Mencia was like, I don't care.
I'll hit my head with the microphone.
Yes,
Let's do it.
I will put shit on television. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was such a weird thing because that was when I was in college, and it was like going from Chappelle show, which was amazing, to we would try to watch Mencia, and I'd be like, and my friends would kind of laugh, and I'd be like, I don't know if this is what
one of the most amazing moments in podcasting, though.
What's that?
Fucking Mencia's WTF.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
You ever heard that?
No.
You know WTF?
It's got to be on YouTube somewhere.
Our friend Mark Maron.
Did he have a meltdown or something?
What happened was Mark Maron had him on. This is early days.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
10
probably
years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had Mencia on, and they talked, and Mencia was very in character as a sweet, lovable guy. He talks about taking people on the road and stuff like that. And the episode goes out, and he kind of talks about the stealing, and Mencia kind of writes it off people talk. But then the episode goes out, and then all of these comics from the Mexican comics and Spanish-speaking comics started emailing Maron and being like, he's fucking playing you. You got played. This is not what it's like. So then he went and interviewed a bunch of those people, and then had he texted Mencia, and he's like, hey, I'm doing a follow-up because a lot of people had a lot of issues with what you said. And Mencia's like, I'll be right over. And then he came back, and so the episode is half playing these people's responses and how he fucked over all these comics that died and shit. How this one comic,
oh my God.
This one comic was doing his first headlining set ever at some club in Minnesota or something, and Mencia flew himself there and then went and bumped it and then did an hour and made it so that guy didn't get to do his set, who was a friend of his. He did it just to spite him.
Oh my God. And this is my base in comedy.
Totally, yeah.
So
you're rotten is what you're rotten.
I'm rotten.
You're
I also watched a lot of Joe Coy.
Drew, you got to get out. I love Joe.
Joe Coy's awesome.
I'll tell you this. He's hugged me in the last 6 months.
Well, you know what? He's liked 2 of my Instagram pictures and commented on 1. We're pretty much best friends.
He doesn't sound like he's very coy at all.
No. Oh. Our friend, I'll tell you this. Our friend, Andrew Lopez, good friend of ours, the podcast, comic we started with an eye.
Co-wrote Zach and Mary Need
whatever that Wedding Dates movie is, he's one of the co-writers on it. And he's in the movie Blockers, if you've seen that. It's very great, and he has a very funny scene in it. But he's a friend of ours, and he's an LA guy, and he now opens for Joe Coy out on the road.
Stop
and
it.
has the best, he was literally We just kind of met one night. We did a podcast. He was really great to me, and now he gets to go do like fucking red theaters.
That is like my absolute dream,
yeah.
just to open for Joe Coy. Joe Coy, if you're listening somehow, it's Aurora Singh. I've met you 3 times. You're the first stand-up I've ever seen in person. I love you, and please let me open for
Maybe
you.
You should put that in an Instagram post. You know?
I know. I have.
Yeah.
The guy Patrick was talking to
Lopez,
talking about. He's also like one of me and Patrick started.
We started back in Iowa back in the day,
2 months apart.
Yeah,
and he was like one of the first guys that we saw. He was like, "Oh, that's how you do it."
Yeah,
he's just
he had been doing it for like. It's
he's
great
all about
he's
positivity and working and community.
And he was like a year or 2 ahead of us, but also so many years younger than us. So like, because he started when he was in college when he was like 17. We started when we were like in our mid-20s. So like, he was like we would look up to him for comedy, but then also like give him life advice and stuff like that. Like, you know?
Damn it.
And he's a great dude. He's out there now, but he's opening for Joe. And so
that's so cool.
I mean, 2 out of 3. You got one hero that's saving you, you know, so that's good.
Yeah, Joe's so cool. I love everything that he does.
Goddamn. And so, okay, so then what about, we did talk a little bit about music. We started talking about it. Mm-hmm. What was some of the other stuff you were into, like musically wise?
Spice Girls, Backstreet. I was a total white girl. Let's be honest here. Spice Girls is my thing. I got my tonsils out when I was like 7. And I just like binge watched the Spice Girls movie and listened to their CD over and over again. Like, it was so good.
And when's the last time you've rewatched Spice World?
Honestly, I think it was like 2 years ago. Like, I love that movie. You know, and speaking of NSYNC, we saw Justin.
We never mentioned NSYNC.
But I did. Kind of Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys? All right, whatever. But
listen, I just don't want the listeners to come out.
Oh, yeah. Minor details. We just saw Justin Timberlake like last month. And
in concert?
In concert. And all of my like 90s, like early 2000s dreams. I just like
halfway through the show, you're like, we got to get out of here.
I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Now, Drew.
Hold
on, time a second. Give the mic to Drew for a second. Now, Drew, were you in? I called you Mike. Because of the microphone. Now, Mike, Drew told me, how did you feel about seeing JT in concert?
It was exciting. He has so much charisma. I was jealous.
Yeah.
Like, as a comedian, I was like, he's just hitting a little keyboard and people are freaking out and laughing and he just smiles.
Well, you know what that means?
He also told jokes.
Yeah.
He told jokes.
Well, get a keyboard, bud. Nothing's stopping you.
That's true.
Get a Casio, go up on stage, hit some chords, sexy back.
I'd love it.
So
just
you
lights when I'm doing, like he would dance in the lights. I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Totally.
That's what I need.
All right, that's interesting.
So you were NSYNC.
We're back to Aurora now.
Oh, what was that?
Was NSYNC the top of the heap as far as
NSYNC was the top of the heap. Spice Girls next, Backstreet Boys. But like, I think I always secretly loved Backstreet Boys, but like everyone else loved NSYNC more, so I was just trying to be cool.
Totally.
You know?
I get that.
I was just like, oh yeah, I love NSYNC. I love Backstreet Boys.
I think nowadays the cool people are like, you know what, Backstreet Boys.
I know, it's like
they're a little bit more refined.
Well,
and then I looked at Jessica Simpson and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera of like, I want to be like that, and then that fucked me up in the head because I am very brown. So that was like,
and you're tall,
and I'm tall, and just like can't dance too. So it was just like a lot of, and I like loved eating, so that was just like
all the things going.
My name was Lil Shaq. I mean, come on, I wasn't gonna look like Britney Spears.
That's that's very interesting to like have that when like that era to be young at that time and stuff like that, where you're like looking up to all those people, but like not.
Well, that's why
all my heroes look like me. Yeah,
that's why nu metals was so big at the time too, because it was 100% contrast.
Yeah,
to that. Yeah,
Fred Durst,
all that highly polished stuff, and then you have all that ugly, angsty.
Well, what I'm saying is that like she was identifying. I was identifying with Fred Durst, and I also was wearing cargo shorts and fucking red hats. You know,
where like for the Spice Girls, for example, I really love Sporty Spice because I was very athletic.
Oh, totally, yeah.
So I wanted to be Sporty Spice, but with all my friends, they're like, you have to be Scary Spice because I was the only brown one.
Totally, yeah.
And I was like, this is fucked up. Like I want to be Sporty Spice.
Yeah. Oh, weird.
Yeah, I know. It's like the weirdest thing.
You know why they called her Sporty?
It didn't mess me up at all.
No,
You know why they called her Sporty Spice?
Why is that?
Because she had to carry the entire band.
Oh,
she had the best voice by far. It's not even close.
Watched the Spice Girls movie a couple years ago. Posh Spice. She did not sing. No, nothing.
Isn't that what's her name? The
Victoria Beckham.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think I think that's like she made some comment about that, about how they're like. Maybe I'm making this up, but I thought I saw something about how they're talking about doing the Spice Girls touring,
right?
And she's not going to do it, and they were like, "Why not?" And she's like, "Well, I didn't do anything the first time. Why would I do it this time?"
Yeah, like literally watch the movie, and every single other girl has like a part in a song where they have like a solo. Mm-hmm. She literally was just like.
That had to be bad for the little girls that like had Posh as their favorite,
right?
And then they're
like, we're okay with being.
We'll just marry a rich guy and then not learn about what their worth is.
I bet you she was richer.
Yeah.
Maybe. She probably is.
Especially back then.
Especially, making 90s music money.
Who was your favorite?
Yeah.
Who was your crush or who was your favorite?
Spice Girl?
Yeah.
Jerry?
Yeah, same thing.
I mean,
liked Baby Spice in a weird way because I never had a thing for blonde
it was
ladies.
like kind of creepy though.
There was, but I was 10 or whatever, so
yeah.
12 years old.
But I always like Sporty Spice too. Just the
Sporty
the tank tops and the.
Sporty was never the draw for me, but musically wise, I don't know. I wasn't looking into him, you know.
Yeah.
But it was always between Jerry, because Jerry was like a woman, and I liked that, you know.
Yeah.
And then there was something about the
And she wore the
blonde
Union
one.
Jack dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that article that just came out that her and Mel B fucked? Or no, Scary Spice. Which is that Mel B or
That's
Mel
Mel
C?
B, yeah.
Yeah. Mel
Really?
B and Jerry fucked.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah. It's like an article from like this week that they fucked around when they were in that.
So Jerry Halliwell and Eddie Murphy are Eskimo
Siblings?
people.
Siblings?
Yeah.
siblings,
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mel B is probably so filthy rich, it's like disgusting.
They all
Because
are.
but she's like still she's still getting bank from America's Got Talent.
Totally. And she like being married to or being with Eddie Murphy. There's
Right.
got to be some sort of a child support, and he's one of the richest actors of all time.
Entertainers.
So that child support, even if she's obviously
He
her
grossed
own
over-
person,
he
there's
grossed
going to be a
over
lot.
Oh,
$1 billion.
Yeah.
Eddie.
God damn.
$1 billion. And she gets half.
Yeah.
Half
yeah.
Eddie.
Oh my God.
I am a American woman.
And then Sam
That's a
Jackson
good
walks in.
British
Future
accent.
callback. So you're growing up, you're doing all that stuff. You're liking the Disney stuff and things like that. What was your what we love to talk about on the show is snacks. We like to talk about what fucking people are eating out
Yeah.
there. Was there any certain Sacramento treat, or is there anything that your mom would make or that you would make at home that was like all yours or whatever?
God, you know what's weird is my mom would take me every day when we went to piano. Because that was the thing that
You played piano?
Yeah.
Oh, tickle the ivories.
Yeah, I had to do the piano thing. She would always take me before piano. She would take me to Romanian and Russian cheese and bread shops, and we would get like Romanian sausages and cheese and bread, and we would sit outside the car doors and eat Romanian meats and cheeses and bread, and we would do that like 2 or 3 times a week when I would go to piano
Was
lessons.
it always
Those
the
are
She
all-
would braid my hair. It was like the weirdest thing.
That
we
is
did
weird
together.
because those are all great foods.
Yes,
But they're not like, it's not like,
There's so many
Can I ask-
Romanians and Russians in Sacramento.
Is your mom Indian?
My mom is from Haiti,
Haiti. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's at least some kind of a
and
connection.
my dad is from India.
Okay, because I was trying to think of. I feel like I see the like a spiced Russian and stuff like that. That doesn't like a meat.
Right.
That doesn't feel Indian to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't
No,
know.
I
shit
don't-
about shit.
I don't
But
even know.
Haitian, I feel like I could see like West Indians getting down on that kind of shit. So that makes a little more sense.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The hardy meats and the cheeses.
Yeah.
Yep.
And were there multiple places? Like you just go to different
Yeah, there's
spots all the
multiple.
time?
Yep, and she would meet them at church. She would meet them at the public schools that she administrated at, and they'd be like, "Yeah, come to my shop." And we'd go to the shop, and we, like for an hour and a half while we waited for the piano teacher, we would sit down and eat meats and cheeses, and no wonder I was called Lil Shaq. What the hell?
Totally.
Like it was just
I mean,
we were
you
always
got,
eating.
You got fucking itis while you're trying to play
Yeah.
piano. You're like,
and
oh,
all the
Christ.
kids, and then all
Your
the
fingers
girls,
are all greasy.
Why can't she play the piano
Yeah.
well? It's because she had too much sausage.
You would have thrived in Wisconsin.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I
So
lived there
much
for
sausage.
a year and a half. It is nothing but cheese and
Oh my
sausage
God.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And then all the girls would love to have summer parties at my house because like my mom is from a different country, so she
Yeah.
actually like fed us. And
Sure.
We didn't just have like bagels and like.
What was your
butter.
okay? So what was like? If you're like, what's your favorite meal your mom would make at home?
Oh,
Was there anything like?
she raised me so American. It was like a lot of frozen dinners.
Okay,
and, like,
okay.
And like she would for like the summer parties, it was like pizza. She'd have like giant bowls of meatballs that you like would make in the oven.
Love it.
Like
What
things
were
like
the,
that.
That's what I like. Oh,
What
yeah.
were the frozen
Finger foods.
What were the frozen things she'd buy for you to
Oh my God.
do while you're home by yourself?
Fish sticks.
Oh, I love
yeah,
them.
yeah,
God,
yeah.
What do you,
Fish
tartar or ketchup?
Oh God!
Have you
I
got
don't
your
even
choice of the two?
remember. I don't even remember. I
Yo,
don't know, probably ketchup because I
what's-
still like ketchup.
Ketchup is so.
You know what would
good.
be great?
Yeah.
Is if they
Tell
ever
us.
made fish sticks that came off of the, you always get half of the fish sticks always
On
going to
the
stick
thing.
to the
Oh,
But
yeah,
you gotta
thing.
spray it.
Yeah, I know that, but
Yeah.
nobody does that.
My mom did it. She
Oh.
sprayed it. She went all out for me. Yeah, I was her only kid.
What
I
about
like-
what
I
about fish sticks that they mail to your house once a month and they're set up so you get them just the way you want
Like
them?
Harry's
It's like-
Razor's fish sticks?
No, it's like Stitch Fix fish sticks. That's pretty fun. I'll tweet it.
And then 2 weeks later, it's going to be a thing. I'm going to be like, God damn it, I lost it again.
I could go for some fish sticks, man.
I haven't had fish sticks in fucking 5 years, and I love them. They're great.
They got to make vegetarian fish
sticks. There probably is, yeah.
Should we get fish sticks after that?
Yeah.
They are one of those
Actually,
things.
you know what? We've never had this opportunity. Drew, why don't you get the fuck out of here and go get some fish sticks, okay?
Preheat the oven on your way out.
Yeah. Also, take the dog with you for a walk, you know? Goddamn. Okay, so, I love it. I did love all that kind of... That's what my childhood was, because I wasn't an only child, but I was the youngest. So it was fish sticks, it was chicken tenders, it was... my dad...
Fish sticks, chicken dicks...
All of them. Yeah. You know what else she did too? Sorry to interrupt, but when I would go to summer camp every year. For a week, and I'd come back. Yeah, every week summer camp.
Is it just like camp or
in the future when you go on a nostalgia podcast? Bring up that you went to camp earlier than towards the end of the show, because that's interesting.
It was Camp Indola. It was like a Catholic camp.
Camp Indola. We hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, it makes me want to fart.
I don't know if that was it, but that's good. That's great. I love it.
Thanks. We wrote that right now. We're like the Sklar's.
Every time I'd come home, she'd have like crackers with peanut butter and jelly on it.
Whoa. Okay. When you said jelly, it threw me off, but I still like the idea.
Peanut butter and jelly. No, it's good.
I love peanut butter crackers. I've never fucked with putting jelly
on.
Really?
Saltine crackers.
I'm sure it'd be great.
Yeah, that's a good...
it was a good coming home snack. It reminded me
Plus, those are typically provided in a lot of cupboards.
Cupboard.
Yes,
oh yeah.
You're gonna find those.
I think it was honestly like, oh shit, I got Aurora's coming home today. What do I have? And it was just like she'd do that, and it just became like a home thing.
What was your camp? Was it a sleepover camp?
It was a sleepover camp.
Was it the kind from like a movie?
Mountains? Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Did you have like a cabin and stuff?
Yep. And we had overalls, and we did camp songs, and we did play skits for each cabin. You had to pick a cabin name.
Boyfriend? Bug juice style?
I was only allowed to go to the co-ed camp 1 year.
Yeah.
And that was my last year.
Sure. Well, what'd you do that year that made it so they can't come back?
God damn it.
Just jacking off, boys.
Did you were you?
I was a good girl.
So tall.
I
I'm not sure.
I thought I was a boy.
It was at your age. Did you guys watch Bug Juice?
I watched Bug Juice, yeah.
Okay.
I watched Bug Juice.
That's another good one, yeah. And
I watched Bug Juice when I was like 21, you know? I was like watching it when I was a grown-up.
I love the idea of an adult watching Bug Juice right now, just crying at the last episode. They're like, they're made for each other.
Do you remember on Bug Juice there was the fat kid? And he was a very fat kid.
A lot of fat kids on Bug Juice.
But then he came back the next year and he had lost a lot of weight and he got a girlfriend. And this was in the MySpace days.
Oh, yeah.
And he got like a super hot girlfriend. And he would talk about her and they showed her. She would come on. She was on the show a little bit. But it felt so like, oh, buddy, you're being played, you know?
Oh, my God. I remember that show so... Oh, my God. Yeah, that was my camp experience.
Also, a good snack. Bug Juice. That little drink.
Yeah. They are smart with that Bug Juice. Because... like at Quick Trips back home, they put them like right
ground level
as soon as you walk in, so all the kids come in, get their Bug Juice.
Yeah, that's so smart.
At Come and Go, the gas station I
keeping you on the road.
We would the brand, the Highland, the company that Come and Go owned, they would make their own Bug Juice, so that we would just change the title all the time.
Isn't it amazing?
Isn't it amazing?
How big Come and Go has gotten since you worked there?
My wife, an Iowa thing?
It's a Midwest gas station. It's in Colorado and stuff. Right. It's a chain and it's called Come and Go. We got time. Jackass 2 mentioned it.
The shirts are popular.
They are.
Oh,
my wife.
I can imagine.
They have a new.
Sounds like my college career.
They have a new main office. That was great. They have a new main office
in Maine.
In downtown.
No,
in downtown Des Moines, right across from the gas lamp. What's that place called? They have a huge office there. Stacy designed it. Did the landscape architecture for it.
One fun thing. One more Come and Go aside.
Please.
There's a theater. Or there's a social club.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the Des Moines Social Club. Like it's really
like
cool.
It's very cool. It's very nice.
David Byrne was there for the grand opening, where he talked about how big art is to a community.
Yeah, he wasn't singing or nothing.
And
he was just
he was just there to talk about how cool it was.
But it's a great the festival our friend's festival, Beast Village Comedy Festival, works out of there a lot. And
a lot of art, a lot of cool
plays,
shit.
Fun home,
and the theater is sponsored by Come and Go.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So it's just a bunch of people coming to town and being like, "Oh, fuck! I'm at the Come and Go Theater,"
and it's called the Come and Go Theater.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Hilarious.
It's spelled COME.
Nope,
right?
KUM.
Oh, that's
which
so
is better,
awesome.
but also worse.
It's better but worse. Exactly.
It's like, I love it.
And
I love it.
in the Funny Bone in Des Moines, there's a giant come and go right across the street, and so like every comic, especially every feature who hasn't been to Des Moines before, is like, "Oh my god, you got a fucking place called Come and Go," and then the audience is like, "Yeah, we know, it's our
You're
fault."
like, we get it. Yeah, my bad.
That's everybody's riff.
Totally. God damn. We fucking did it, guys. Now, Drew, can you give the mic back to this man for a second? Now, Drew, you guys, congratulations on being engaged. By the way, that's for the both of you.
Thank you so much.
How did you propose? Who happened? Which one?
Oh, obviously me.
Don't say
obviously me. You
we
look
don't
at
know.
us like you're like waitresses when we order drinks and they have a margarita. They're like, "Is this hers or his?"
Yeah,
and it's like mine.
So
for
what did you do?
So originally I was gonna do an April Fool's Day prank.
Oh shit! Well, tomorrow's the anniversary. The day this episode drops.
It would have.
The day this episode.
It was supposed to.
The day this episode drops is April Fool's, so you are doing an April Fool's Day prank
yeah,
together. Technically,
no, that's what.
It was gonna be.
Yeah.
Her mom ruined it
2
days before.
Well, she's busy taking her out to some weird Russian meat store.
Right? Yeah. Russian meat. That's my nickname.
That was your nickname, right?
Yeah, Russian meat.
Yeah.
No, so she ruined that. So then we did it back in November. I surprise trip to L.A.
Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, Los Angeles, California. Took her to the world famous Comedy Store.
Oh, wow.
Where they have all the names on the wall.
Totally.
And
one of the names was "Will You Marry Me, Aurora?"
I was trying so hard,
so
just something.
But then you had to do comedy for 7 years as "Will You Marry Me, Aurora?" to get passed and everything.
You know, it'd be
That
great.
would've been terrifying.
As if, I mean, you guys are getting married and all, but if you just change your last name to Borealis, like right before the wedding,
right? Yes.
Or if you want to drop this dude and marry David Boreanaz from Bones, Aurora Boreanaz,
Angel?
that's fun. Angel, he's also on another show. So how'd you end up doing it there?
He's on that show too.
Do you have the comic on stage say it?
No. So we did it out front where all the names are written. So I was trying to take her to an area where
you
they
see
keep
where
adding,
Mencia's name is, and then you line it up.
Here's Mencia, here's you.
Yeah.
No, there was like a blank area. I was like, perfect. I'm going to say like, hey, your name's going to be here one day.
Yeah.
But as I walk her that way, we see the name Taylor Williamson, Taylor Tomlinson.
Tomlinson. Yeah.
Let me tell you how much of a bitch I was. I wanted to take a photo with Taylor Tomlinson's name, and then I was like, oh, let's take a photo. And then he was like, yeah. And my best friend was there, like, yeah, take the photo. Because he was going to do it while she was taking the photo. And I was like, oh, no, just a photo of me and the name. So I just wanted, because I'm just going to message it to Taylor Tomlinson. And
please note that this isn't a photo of you and Taylor Tomlinson. It's you and her name written by someone else.
Yeah, not even a person.
So then what were you like, all right, well, fucking throw this thing in the trash?
Yeah, so I like stared at her friend, and her friend was like, oh shit. And so I was like, is she still filming this whole thing? Because I'm like, I know some people, maybe they'll like try to make it like, they proposing from the Comedy
Tomlinson,
Store.
there's an O in that. Hey, you know what else looks like an O? A ring.
Right? I tried, and so we walk over to the front, because I'm like, let's take another picture. And Rora's like, no, I'm hungry. Let's leave. and her friend's like, and we're staring at each other. She's like, all right, just one more in front of the sign. And then we take the picture in front of the sign, but I don't know if she's recording or not. So she's like, all right, now change poses. And she gives me a big wink. And I'm like, oh, yeah. But then Aurora and I do this stupid picture where we squat down like we're like cholos or something.
Yeah, I got you.
And so Aurora instantly goes to that pose. So I didn't even get down on one knee. I proposed to her while we were cholo squatting. Yeah.
And he said, so you see this wall? And I was like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I see. And he goes, your name's going to be on there one day, right? And I was like, yeah. I was like in my head, I was like, can we take the picture? Like, every time. He goes, well, when it does, I want your last name to say Shaffer. And then he pulled out the ring, which is really hilarious because when we get married, my stage name will still remain Aurora Singh.
Totally.
So it's like,
I want to
stupid line.
I love the story. I think it's great.
Me too. I actually wrote some vows.
Oh shit!
That you guys can use.
Oh no! It's
totally.
Sunday, fun day. Everybody got a pun day.
Oh my god, we're getting married on a Sunday.
Oh, thank God.
Here we go. Say what you say, but give me that bomb beat from Dre. Let me serenade the streets of L.A. from Oakland to Sacktown, the Bay Area, and back down. Cali is where they put their Mac down.
Oh my god!
Give me love.
I'm tearing up. That was beautiful.
That was great, man.
I just wrote that actually.
God damn.
That was really good. You got tissues. There's already tissues.
Boy, that's fantastic. We wish you all the best from the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Now, of course, I proposed to my wife in Rome in front of the Coliseum on New Year's Eve, so I win. But that's just it.
No, you did.
And my wife didn't take my name either, which sucks because I was looking forward to calling her Patrick for the next 40 or 50 years.
I will take his name. I will take his name legally.
Yeah, where nobody cares. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Goddamn. Yeah. Okay, so we're all done. You guys are great. The listeners love you. They're already on board. The NFers. They're following you. They're tweeting at you, tagging some of your jokes in a good way. Now, tell the listeners, Aurora, where they can find you on the internet and all that stuff.
So I'm at Aurora Singh on absolutely everything. So AURORA.
Got it locked down.
SINGH. Aurora, like the Disney princess, Singh, like every Punjabi you've ever met.
Yep.
So go ahead and find me on Instagram. That is where I do most of my posting.
Cool.
All my shows are on there. All my projects are on there. Everything about my life. And then Twitter. I'll try to get on your level, Brandon.
Yeah. You mean where it rules everything around you?
Yeah,
and you can't do anything
just
but
like
think about it?
I can't function without it. Brandon Hall Rain.
Yeah.
So
close.
I said I would work it in.
Goddamn. And then Drew, so you talked enough on this fucking thing. We'll give you a plug
thank you
too.
guys. No, just follow Aurora and you'll find me because
All right,
mine's
that's
very
it.
difficult.
Yeah. What's your Twitter?
Mine is at Drewski XC because it's like my AOL email address.
Yeah,
of course it is.
You're not taking the business serious.
No, not at all.
His is his AOL Ream Core.
Yeah.
That's his too. Right?
My Yahoo.
Yeah, and honestly, my last AOL screen name was Patrick Hasty at Patrick Hasty, so it's the same. And then you guys, once again, you guys have that show Holy Laugh Ramoni.
Holy Laugh Ramoni.
May 18th at the Old Republic in Sacramento.
Sacramento, California.
Fantastic.
Let's
so you
do
guys,
it.
listeners can go to that. Goddamn. Thank you so much for both of you guys
Thank
coming
you
out.
for having us.
Drew, thanks for putting up with it. We knew you know, it was fun watching you look at your phone and trying to decide on becoming a better supporter of a different football team.
Producing for us today.
Yeah. Ream, where can the listeners find you?
Ream Core.
RAMKORE.
That's on Yahoo, AOL.
What the fuck do you call me?
And all my old message boards that are all shut down now.
Sure. Goddamn. You can follow me at Patrick Hasty. It's at PATRICKHASTIE. PatrickHasty.com for all upcoming shows. Listeners, if you're listening to this the day it comes out or the week it comes out, remember that I am doing a Week at the Creek every night this week.
I'm doing it tonight.
Fantastic. Yeah, you're going to be on the one tonight, the opening show. I'll be doing 1 hour of stand-up comedy with two of my good friends from comedy tonight through Saturday. Please come, especially if you want to come to maybe the Friday, Saturday shows, because they might be kind of special. Also, this Saturday, spoiler, we have a Jackknife Comedy at the Creek in the Cave as well, so come out to that. And then, lastly, I want to plug Comedy Corner Underground in Minneapolis, April 12th and 13th. I'd really love to sell that fucker out. So listen, here's the deal, guys. Even if you're not going to be there, you don't even have to live in Minnesota. Just buy some tickets on the internet so that Papa looks good, okay? Go to our Patreon, give us some money. We almost to 100. We're almost there, buddy. Ream? We're almost there, buddy.
Yeah.
100. We're so close. 98. We're almost there.
Uh-huh.
God, it feels good.
More like our fun 100th.
That's right.
Episode.
Stay close to the Twitter to pay attention to where you're getting into the podcast at and all that kind of stuff. Tell your friends. Be cool. Never die. And as always, remember, if you're not an NFer,
you're an MFer.
So get the fuck out of here. Okay, so that's basically that. Yeah, that's what we do there. That's our bullshit top of the show. Well, it
wake up, let's go.
It helps that we literally have recorded 2 fun size episodes today, so we're hot. But that also means in the middle of this episode we're gonna die. So it's probably good there's an extra person here that we can just pass it off to.
See?
Oh, that's a good picture.
And I wrote
Sunday fun day, better than a Monday. You can do it the way that is a pun way. Okay. That's what you said on the show, too.
You can only do it one way, and that is the pun way.
Okay, we got to record now. So we have an hour and 10 with it right now.
Let's do it.
So let's do it.
Do you guys edit this later? Or is it just like...
Yeah, I mean, no. We don't take out stuff unless you want to.
Okay.
But we, like, if you talk about a thing and you're like, oh, God, I shouldn't have said that on the air, we can take that out.
Like that.
But
like
we
I'm
just...
like stalling and I'm like... I'm the most uncomfortable, awkward person in the entire world.
No. You'll be fine.
We'll settle in.
And if something does go off, we'll throw to him for a second. But literally, we might not ever talk to you. So don't feel like you're on a podcast right now. But we might end up
like so used to that.
We might end up talking to you for a minute. If you're a comic, you know what I mean. Sure. Okay. Here we go.
Welcome to BrainMachineNetwork.com.